back here at Threads for Fitness, and today we watched a supplement review. I'm going to review Cellucor's relatively new whey protein from their COR series, I believe. This way, came out with 3 different products, and a whey protein is something that is one of them. Typically, this is the first whey protein from Cellucor I've ever tried, because typically it's just like really expensive. But one of the pros of this product is actually it's got pretty solid pricing. And again, I'll just kind of get into my thoughts of the product in a minute. I've done quite a few whey protein supplements because, again, it's a big question I get, especially from younger kids, is which protein supplements should I take and all of that. I would kind of give them the same generic answer that most likely their protein supplement is not going to make or break their results, and need to consider their entire diet and all of their protein sources and their training and all of those things, of course. But I do this again so people can kind of get a good feel for whey protein and any kind of protein powders, and to make the best decision based on, you know, my thoughts on the products and also just some general education about it. So the first thing I want to actually address though is like, what is whey protein? Because I don't think I've ever talked about this in the video. And do you need it or should you use it? So whey protein is actually, you'll find it in milk products. So when you get like milk or dairy or cottage cheese or yogurt, usually they're fairly high in protein. Cheese as well. The difference is whey is like a substrate of that. So usually it's like 80 to 20%. It favors casein. So casein is like the slow protein, and whey is like the fast. So that's why like milk or chocolate milk after a workout, they like say it's like awesome. That's because it has that kind of blend of proteins, and I'm also a fan of blended proteins. But that's exactly where it comes from, right? So it's a derivative of a milk product, whey is. So it's actually a natural occurring protein source. You want to think of it that way. And the reason why it's good is because it's high in the amino acids that we need. It's high in the essential amino acids, and even more importantly, it's naturally high in the branched chain amino acids, and especially leucine. So like broccoli has protein in it, right? But it's not necessarily high in the amino acids that we need. It may be high in the amino acids that we could synthesize by ourselves, so we don't really need them, right? So any kind of animal protein or even dairy protein, the reason why it's good in a sense is because it has the amino acids that we can't like physically make ourselves. So that's what makes whey an awesome protein source. It's high in essential amino acids, specifically in branched chain amino acids, which are important for athletes and growing muscle and all of those things, without getting incredibly detailed. Another pro about it is it's incredibly versatile, obviously. So it's kind of, most people don't have a lot of time to cook maybe like 3 or 4 square meals a day, especially if they're high in protein. So maybe like an egg for breakfast and chicken for lunch, and, you know, ground beef for dinner, and, you know, having 50 or 60 grams of protein each meal to hit their amount, you know. So this can be a really good substitute for someone who doesn't have the time or just doesn't want to have that. And again, it's not going to be a detriment to your goal. It's not going to hold you back. I definitely recommend that people actually get some whole food proteins as well, because you want some micronutrients like iron and red meat and chicken a little bit too, and you can go with omega-3s and fish and things like that. It's always just it's good to get a variety of protein in your diet, a variety of sources in my opinion. But again, so you can use it. It's really versatile with, like, I put it in yogurt, I put it in oatmeal, you can make pancakes, obviously you can make shakes with it, you can make sludge. So again, it doesn't really get boring too well, especially if you get different kind of flavors. So again, it's really versatile. It's also really convenient. So again, this might be kind of simple for a lot of people, but I get a lot of questions like, do I need whey protein? No, you don't need whey protein. Again, it's just a means to an end to meet your overall protein goal. I have videos on macronutrients. I'll put them up here. So again, it's just one source of protein that you can hit to use your to hit your protein goal. Typically, I recommend people use it as kind of a pre-post workout kind of a thing. So typically, let's say if you work out like early in the morning, you probably don't want to have like 4 or 5 eggs and some egg whites or something like that, or a more traditional meal, and then go train in 30 minutes if you do that. So I typically will do like a banana and some whey, and that sits well in my stomach. Same thing if you don't have a lot of time, like cook a meal post-workout, it's awesome to just do with like some milk or water, have some fruit, have some whatever you want with it, some carbs, and you got a solid little snack meal there. So again, if you don't have time, it gets really convenient. So maybe if you work out at night and you get off at 5 and you don't want to go home, cook an entire meal, have it sit in your stomach for 2 or 3 hours, you could have something like whey, which is a little bit faster digesting protein, around your workout. So that's just some like basic things about whey. And now I'll actually get into this product slightly and talk about my thoughts on it. So again, it is Cellucor's new protein. I'll post some links down below where you can actually get it. So the first thing I really wanted to talk about with praise of this product is the quality. So again, in all of my videos, I talk about the importance of getting supplements from GMP certified facilities. So if you look on here, Cellucor does produce in GMP certified facility. All that pretty much means to the consumer is that you can trust them a little bit more to actually have what's in the product. What they say is in the product is actually in the product, and there's no contamination in it. Again, it's not 100%, but it's a little bit more reassurance. So the ingredients and the macros. So this is just a whey protein. Some will have added carbohydrates in there. Some will have a little bit more added fat than others. Some will have like casein and egg protein. But this is just a straight whey protein. So the ingredients are pretty simple. It's whey protein isolates, the first ingredient. Whey protein concentrate, that's where their whey is coming from. And then pretty much there it's just like flavorings and some digestive enzymes. It's like lactase. So if you're lactose intolerant, you may be still able to get away with using this product because it has that digestive enzyme. But again, make sure you check that out if you're actually lactose intolerant. But that's pretty much the ingredients. It's just whey protein isolate and concentrate, and then some added stuff that's not really going to affect the macronutrients. The macros for it, 1.5 grams of fat, this is per scoop, 1.5 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein, and that's per a 34-gram scoop. So that's pretty good. You're looking at very minimal fat, very minimal carbs. Again, they throw a little bit in there just so it can taste a little bit better. And then the 25 grams of protein per scoop is pretty dang awesome. That's more than you need to kind of max out protein synthesis, especially if you're getting it from a high source like whey. So definitely thumbs up for Cellucor on the quality and also the macros. Big reason why I actually tried this product out. So now going into taste. I had the 3 different flavors, and again, I'll post this link from bodybuilding.com. They still have this deal. You can get all 3 flavors and like a free C4. That's what I got, like $70, which is a lot discount. It's a pretty big discount from what it's originally marked down at, so it's a pretty good value. And I wanted to try out all their flavors, so I got molten chocolate, which is like a regular chocolate, peanut butter marshmallow, which is really good, and cinnamon swirl. So all 3 of these flavors with just like plain milk or water were pretty dang good. Usually I can't stand most wheys with just like water because I get spoiled when I have them with milk. But like post-workout, a lot of times before class, I would just have one of these. It's like my go-to after a workout before class. If I didn't have like cold milk around, I would just do water. And it was really good, especially the cinnamon with water was awesome. And then the molten chocolate, I usually use that for like Pro Oats. I'll post my Pro Oat video over here. So I typically just use that with Pro Oats, and it was really good. Chocolate flavor is awesome. And the peanut butter marshmallow just mixes really well with stuff. So again, if you do like a peanut butter chocolate shake, it was really good. Or with like just a plain vanilla yogurt, it's like dipping some apples in. Again, it goes back to the versatility of whey. But all 3 flavors I really liked. I kind of use them differently, as you can see. But overall, taste is like up there. You won't have a problem with the taste here as far as the cinnamon, peanut butter marshmallow, and chocolate. In my opinion, they're all right in the money. And then lastly, the price. Bodybuilding.com, which is about the cheapest you're going to find majority of supplements. These 2-pounders are $27, and then the 4-pounders are $45. So that's a little pricey, but probably what you're going to find from most higher end protein sources or supplement companies for that matter. Again, you want to go with quality. Don't buy some, 10 pounds for, $50 kind of a thing, because it probably won't be too high quality in most cases. Again, make sure you're buying from a GMP certified facility. It kind of like comes at a cost, but it's not a money breaker. It's not the most expensive by any means, because I wouldn't have gotten it. I am just as cheap as anybody else out there. And like I said, if you get the little stack that's on bodybuilding.com, you can get it for quite a big, I want to say it's probably about 25-ish, not even, like 22 or 23 each right now, and you get a free C4, which is their pre-workout product. But overall, the price is pretty solid for 2 and 4 pounds. Again, Cellucor is a bigger brand company, so you kind of have to pay for that. But again, you're just going to reassure that you're paying for protein. There isn't a lot of filler in this product. Like I said, it's high quality as well. So that's the video, guys. I wanted to kind of intro some stuff if you don't know anything about whey protein a little bit. I wanted to just touch on that a little bit, and also just my thoughts on this. So overall, my thoughts on Cellucor whey protein is very, very good. In my opinion, it's probably one of the better just straight whey proteins out there. Up there with like Optimum Nutrition's as well. Very similar price, and in my opinion, tastes a little bit better than Owen's whey protein as well. So if you're looking for a new whey, I highly recommend Cellucor's new whey core series, whatever. Really good product, really tastes good, high quality whey protein. Like I said, it can be used in a variety of different ways. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you for the support as always. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know in the description box below. And that's it. I'm out.